Hi, I want to tell you something, and you just see what goes through your head. I have Asperger's syndrome. I'm autistic. What goes through your head when I say that if you don't know me and you're not following my blogs, which you may be, and just anyone? Once again, I'm tired. I'm tired of people pathologizing my Asperger's because I'm a girl. When I communicate with strong verbal skills and scripted expressions, cynical people accuse me of being a manipulator. Cynical people accuse me of making up some sort of song and dance because I look and look away. My eyes wander. That's just part of my autism. That's part of my thought processing. That's part of the way that I think. I know I've had a lot of supporters, but I've also had a lot of attackers. I was attacked very badly last year, and because of that, I stand accused of something very serious. It's all over my public medical file, despite a double diagnosis of autism that I have, that has been approved even for a government program. I made a video about this, about my predicament. I'm in trouble right now, unjustly, and it's not fair. I'm tired of people pathologizing my autism because I'm female. I'm not the only autistic female who's suffered this. I'm not the only autistic female who's been accused of this, who's had to deal with this. We often get misdiagnosed with all these personality disorders when we look fine on the outside and we look like we have invisible disability. Even worse when it's something like fibromyalgia, which I have, and then I try and share about my chronic pain with my health issues, and I'm accused of lying because of the way that I express. People with autism are not always super super obviously flat. That's not most of us. Most of us have reasonably typical sounding ways of speech, albeit being a little bit different, just enough different to be thought of as weirdos and as liars and as somehow defective in character, but not exactly pinpointed as to what. It's not fair. Considering how much work we do to perform, it's not fair. Women with autism spend their entire childhoods trying to learn how to behave through observation. We know we're different. We watch and learn. We expect a lot of ourselves. And when we're older, often develop ways of mostly masking our autism. Except we come across as a little bit weird, a little bit different. And then when we fall short, when social rules change, it's like we're the witch in the village. We're like the loner girl growing herbs in her garden and making potions. We have special interests. We like to help ourselves. We can be intense. It seems like it's more okay for men to be like that. Not only men are on the autism spectrum, women are on the autism spectrum. We share similar traits to men, but we're not as understood for that. More is expected of us, and when we come across as strange or different, we're pathologized. It hurts to be pathologized. It hurts to be accused of lying and manipulating when that's the opposite of what you are. People with autism are very pure-hearted, very true, and very honest. We just don't know how to inherently behave, and we have to think about it in order to execute our expression. We have to think about it. We have to script it. We have to apply what we know from what we've learned. There's nothing more to that. That's all it is. And the amount that I have suffered because of that is unreal. I know I'm a good person. I know what kind of person I am. I've even been pathologized by my own family at times who didn't understand me, even as a child, and it hurt. It hurt. It hurt so bad that I, at one point, thought I was a bad person. But you know what? I know I'm a good person. I know who I am. And even in the face of the most harshest judgment of all, one that re-traumatized me very badly last year, one that I'm going to have to stand up and fight against in order to restore my human right and my family's human right to medical care. In the face of that, I'm asking you now to open your minds, to understand women with autism. Understand us for what we are. Look up information. Educate yourself. Become aware so that you don't go and judge and break another woman's heart and make another girl feel bad about herself and oust and isolate and marginalize another woman who doesn't deserve it, who's a good person, who has a lot of attributes and things to offer the world. This isn't Salem. This isn't the Spanish Inquisition. This is 2014, and it's time that people got with it and stopped pathologizing autistic people, especially autistic women. Yeah, I'm tired of people pathologizing my Aspergers because I'm a girl, because I know who I am, and I know what I'm not, and I'd really appreciate if you observed my story and you helped me, because I'm in trouble, and I'm in trouble right now because I stand accused of an ultimate major thing that is brutal and which is not at all what I stand for, and which is hurting me and my family very badly. Please help me. Please at the same time become aware, open your heart, and share my story. I'm a blogger under the name A Girl Outside the Box. My name is Rose Whitson Geddes. I'm a human being. I want to help people. I'm an activist for autism, for social justice, for chronic health issues, for the environment. I'm a real person. I have definitely had problems of my own, and I am far from perfect. I have opened up about some of that, some of which is personal and in which I feel embarrassed by and ashamed of, but it's because I'm affected. I was affected. I'm still affected. I'm trying to be healthy. I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to be at peace. But it's hard when you get perpetually shit kicked by society. It's hard to continue on. It's hard when people look at you and assume that just because I look like this, that I don't have a disability, that I'm not in pain, that I have a great life. I don't have a great life. I'm on disability. I'm not making very much from my writings. I don't have a lot of extra time to do my music, which I love, my art, which I love. I have children that I need to be there for, and lately it's been hard to be thoroughly available as much as I would like to be, in the way that I would like to be, because of the stuff that I'm being unnecessarily put through. Please observe my story. Please educate yourself about autistic women. Please support us. Please support autistic people. Please understand us, because we're traumatized enough and we can't take much more of it. There are people that die. People end up dying. When I first found out about what happened to me last year, I contemplated. I thought I had no hope left. I had no trust left. I like to continue to hang on to the belief that there is good in people and that the world is good and that it has the potential to be good, despite all the evil that happens, despite all the injustice that happens, all the perversion in society and sociological concepts. I still like to hang on to the belief that society, that there's good somewhere in it, and that the world can change and the world can evolve and that we can be empowered. I've always been sure of myself, even when I was beating myself up. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I'm just an indigo child. If anyone's ever heard of an indigo child, that's what autistic people are too. And I've been persecuted for being that way. I've been persecuted for having a mind of my own. I've been persecuted for thinking outside the box. I've been persecuted for having challenges. Just because people look at me, they look at me and expect me to be like, oh my God, like totally. And I'm not. That's not how I am. I'll never be like that. I'm like nerdy dude in like a pixie's body or something. I'm like Janis Joplin and Sheldon Cooper's love child or something. I'm a nerd at the core, like I said in my last video, but I'm a rebel on the surface. And I'm telling you right now, I'm rebelling. Yeah, that's right. I'm rebelling. I'm rebelling against this garbage. I'm rebelling against this injustice. I'm rebelling against the way that society treats people, particularly people like me who are autistic, who are different, who think differently. We're not bad people. We're actually the best people that you will ever know. And you don't understand that, but you need to start understanding that, society. You need to start understanding who we are, and you need to tell psychiatry with us that it's not okay what they're doing. It's not okay what systems are doing to autistic people. I have a blog called It's Not Okay, and it's open for people to share their stories. I would like to hear as many stories as possible. I think we should come together. Autistics and non-autistics should come together and share stories about the way that we've been treated, about the way that we've experienced structural violence. Society needs to stop perpetuating it. We're human beings. Please observe my story. This is the avenue that I'm going down now because as of last week, I had an incident that proved that this thing is all over my public medical file. It's blocking me from medical care, and I'm having a lot of trouble. As we speak, I'm having a really bad perpetual headache from my pain problem. I'm not going to go on. As we speak, I'm going. I'm struggling. I'm struggling more than I look like I'm struggling. I'm in pain. I have majorly messed up digestion. I'm sick. I'm getting sicker because of the stress, because of the barriers, because of my access to ethical treatment being pretty well blocked by what's going on. I'm doing this a girl outside the box thing to create awareness. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to give up. I've wanted to give up so many times, but I have 2 little boys that I love so much. I have music that I want to eventually get back into that I love so much. And I ultimately have an autistic community and other people that can be part of this community and support it that I love so much. And because of that love, that keeps me here. So I'm tired of people not getting my Asperger's because I'm a girl. I'm tired of people not getting autism because we're human.